And welcome back to another episode of Coffee and Crypto. My name is Don. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching today's video or listening to today's video, however you are consuming it. Again, another great video for you today to break down a few news articles. Again, we're talking about ETFs because, well, why not? They are the hot topic just now in crypto, and they are potentially going to help us drive the kind of mainstream adoption, shall we say. We also have some news coming out from the EU regarding some stablecoins, and of course loads of other things to chat through. So sit back, relax, grab your coffee, grab your tea, grab your water, whatever it may be, and let me take you through some of today's news. Now, first things first, as always, let's look at the top 10 market. There hasn't been, again, surprise, surprise, not much movement in Bitcoin nor crypto. I'm going to take a bit of a deeper look into that in a few seconds as well. However, let me run through the top 10. Let me just make sure this is refreshed first. But yeah, like I said, there's really not, once again, much movement. So Bitcoin's currently sitting at 30,400, Ethereum at 1,873, BNB at $245. We then have XRP at 47 cents, Cardano 28 cents, Dogecoin at 0.06, and then Solana at $21, with finally Litecoin actually up a little bit from yesterday at $100, currently up 3.5% on the day. Now, the rest of the top 10, like I said, nothing really moving up a kind of percent or down a kind of percent. There's really nothing going on. And like I said, Bitcoin, I mean, I've covered this quite a few times the past few days, but Bitcoin literally has been trending sideways for about a month now. Literally nothing has been moving. It's the crab, as they like to call it. It's a very sideways market at the moment, which is boring. I get it, but this is kind of the whole point. It's supposed to be boring. It's supposed to be grinding and just not doing anything. Because what happens? People get bored. People start to leave. People start to think negatively about the market and think, yuck, it's all over. Crypto's not doing anything. I'll come back next year, whatever it may be. But then what happens after a bit of consolidation or distribution, depending on kind of what way you want to look at the chart? What happens after a period of distribution, or again, sideways action, crab market, whatever you want to call it, basically the market going sideways? Well, we tend to see an explosive move. Now, Bitcoin is really battering against the kind of 31k support resistance level, which it has done for quite some time, and I mean years at this point. If it does break through, and it is looking kind of likely that it will break through, it will have a monumental kind of movement, hopefully up to at least 35 to maybe 38k. And then before we start seeing some more resistance, potentially up around 38 to 40k. Now look, is that going to happen overnight? I don't think so. But is it going to happen hopefully in the next few weeks? I actually do think that there will be some sort of movement happening over the next few weeks. Hopefully by the end of July, that would be nice. But like I said, let's not focus too much on the daily price action. I say this all the time. And let's focus more on, have you got enough? Now, currently, today, as we speak, do you have enough Bitcoin, crypto in general? If that, in a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it may be, that it does have an explosive move, are you ready for that? Are you prepared for that? Probably not. 9 times out of 10, no one is prepared for it. But anyway, like I said, there has been, look at that, that's over the monthly chart. I don't know how great that will look on your screen. Even if I change it to candlesticks, I don't know how much better it will be. Yeah, look, you get the point. Even over the yearly, it's going to make it a bit more difficult. Let's change it back to this. Maybe a little bit easier to read. But anyway, look, you get the point, right? We haven't done anything in a month. We have done nothing in one whole month. We've literally been battering between kind of 28k and 30k. Well, actually, not even that, about 29k and 30k. We have not moved. We're in a range. We're also in a 13-month long range as well. And this is what happens in crypto at certain points. It will. That's like, it goes back to kind of, I briefly mentioned this mostly in the course, like the training course that we've done. I did mention a large part of meme coins, but essentially meme coins do come around every part of markets, kind of bear markets, and serve a purpose. And it's to keep alive the hype, and it's to keep alive people wanting to be involved in crypto, because you know yourself, the past month has been grueling. It has been boring. We've seen so many people leave and exit the market, as Deck quite nicely put it on the Instagram stories last night. Idiots. And that does seem quite strong, a bit of a strong word to use, but it's true, because it's the same people we see time and time again leave and then come back in 6 months' time when the prices are double what they are currently. They always blame it on they can't afford to be involved in crypto at that point. They're not investing at the moment, they're not too bothered, they're focusing on work, whatever it may be. It's always the same type of kind of, not an excuse as such, but it's always the same reason for people fading away. But actually, the real reason that they don't even maybe know about yet is because the market is going sideways. You can see it on your screen right now. The market hasn't done anything in 30 days. That's not easy to comprehend, especially if you don't really know a lot about crypto and you haven't been in a course, you haven't read a guide, you haven't really been involved in it for a while, or if you have been involved in it for a while, you haven't taken it as serious as perhaps you should have, because you thought it was a quick kind of get money and go. It is, but not at this period in time. Potentially next year, that's fine. But yeah, at the moment, you really need to be grueling through this market to actually make it in the bull market. And again, we say this all the time, and you think maybe we're just kind of, I don't know, maybe you think we're just saying that for a laugh. I don't know. I really don't know. So at this point, some people appear to be leaving the market and not taking it serious enough, and I feel sorry for that type of person, because I know what it's like, first and foremost, to feel that way, but I also know what it feels like to just get on with it and see through the kind of boring parts of the market and see what happens at the end of it. Because after consolidation, after a bit of distribution, we have an explosive move. So yeah, look, it's up to yourself. Again, I don't like to make these videos, even though they kind of have been the past few weeks. It's only because of the passion I have and the vision that I can see for crypto. I know what's coming. I know what's around the corner. I know what it feels like. I know what it feels like also after all this is passed. It all gets forgotten about for a start, but also your pockets are lined with a bit more crypto profits because you grilled through the tough times. It's not meant to be easy. The whole point of crypto isn't for everyone just to be able to get involved and enjoy it. It's supposed to be difficult. That's why you do kind of make a lot of money from, or you can, make a lot of money from it, because it's not easy. Anyway, right, I totally went off on one there, right? But anyway, if you have just joined the video and you're watching this live, then please go back from the start to get the full kind of concept of where I was going with all that. But yeah, the main point of the story is what I'm trying to say here, right, is not to sound like a broken record, but Bitcoin hasn't moved in 30 days, right? We had explosive moves, we have a lot of movements, and every so often you see a little kind of price peak by $1,000, whatever it is, but we're really butting against this $31,000 resistance. It's also a support, so hopefully we can flip that resistance and make it into a support. We have battered against it about 2, 3, nearly 4 times, so normally with a rule of 3, we should be getting through it, and there's a lot of chart behavior other than just what I'm showing you right here. This isn't chart behavior, I'm just showing you a very, very basic chart. Chart behavior is showing that we really should be breaking through it. Are we going to all-time highs? No, I don't believe so. If we do, great. But I really don't believe so. We shouldn't be. The halving's not came yet. We still have time in the market. There's loads of things against going to an all-time high. However, we will be going to a higher price than what we're at the moment. Should that be 40k? Should that be 50k? There's possibilities of it. But the main thing being is it will be higher than it is today. So tomorrow's price is not today's price, or yesterday's price is not today's price. Whatever that saying is, that's coming very, very soon, and I do believe it will happen in a few weeks. But look, if you want to listen to me, I do have a bit of experience. I do know how this stuff moves and how it works. I have done it. I have seen it. I have cried through it all like some people do. And yeah, I've lived to tell the tale. But anyway, let's move on to some news. That was a bit of a rant, and yeah. Moving swiftly on. Also notice I've got the video playing here on my phone just so I can kind of monitor to make sure that we're still live. And yeah, I just seen a few people have dropped off because I think I was ranting quite a lot there. But anyway, if you're still with me, let's do it. You're going to make some money in crypto. You are the strong ones. If you dropped off, you are an idiot. How's that? That's as Deck would say on Instagram story, you are an idiot. Now, this then, right, so the ETF news, Bitcoin ETF is needed, seal of approval for Bitcoin, apparently, says Mike Novogratz. Now, the approval of the spot Bitcoin ETF would equate to the seal of approval for Bitcoin from the US government and its securities regulator. Now, the founder of crypto investment firm Galaxy Digital spoke about the multiple spot Bitcoin ETF filings before the US SEC. Now, this also includes, again, I went on about this quite a lot yesterday, the $10 trillion asset manager BlackRock. Now, what I do think is BlackRock, Invesco, and the group of ETF providers is a real signal that adoption is coming. Now, he added that many are nervous about investing in crypto, and the approval of a spot Bitcoin ETF would be an easy first step for most to start investing in the asset. I just think if it happens, it's the seal of approval from the SEC and the US government. Novogratz explained that there is a giant infrastructure in place for the ETFs, along with BlackRock, proposed ETFs from Valkyrie, Invesco, VanEck, WisdomTree, Fidelity, and joint fund from ARK Invest and 21 Shares are also lined up for approval. Novogratz believes that many of these will likely be approved. And again, I do strongly believe that. Also, I don't think they're going to happen over the next few months. I believe there will be something kind of looming January, February time. Now, the SEC is not going to approve one, so you're going to have the giant sales forces out there giving access to people that didn't have access before. So, again, it's a point that I try and home in on pretty much every video now. Mike Novogratz, a very, very well-known and respected investor. He also owns Galaxy Digital. Again, go Google them. They're a massive, massive investment firm. They're all bullish on Bitcoin. He is going on publicly on the, I don't know what news channel that is. Did I mention it? Bloomberg TV, there we go. He's publicly spoken on Bloomberg TV, a huge news article or news outlet in the US, saying that it is adoption that's coming. It will help adoption of Bitcoin. And, well, we all know that Bitcoin adoption will mean the price will drive higher. Yeah, anyway, again, I don't need to make this any more kind of clearer. I make it quite clear most times that, yeah, Bitcoin adoption's coming, and whether you're on board or not, at these early stages, it doesn't matter. It will not wait for you. Trillions of dollars are ready to flow into crypto and in Bitcoin. And if you're not involved, I mean, it's your own fault at this point. I've got nothing to do with it. Moving on to some US government news then. So US government moves nearly 10k Bitcoin worth over $300 million relating to the Silk Road seizure. Now, I actually spoke to someone yesterday about the Silk Road stuff. And again, it's insane to think that this is still like a thing and that the US government had seized so much of these kind of Bitcoin. But anyway, the crypto wallet associated with the US Department of Justice moved approximately 9,825 Bitcoin, worth around $299 million in a series of transactions yesterday. Now, it's unclear at this time whether the transactions, which appear to have ultimately propagated at least 101 new wallets, were sent to exchange addresses for sale or to remain in the custody of the Justice Department. This is just nuts in general, the fact that they have the 10,000 Bitcoin in their holdings. Now, approximately 9,825 of the Bitcoin associated with the Silk Road seizure moved in a pair of transactions sent to 3 addresses around 1 p.m. UTC. The bulk of the coins, 8,200 Bitcoin, worth nearly $250 million, as of the time of this article's publication. Again, it's not really changed in price, we know that, so still worth the same, but they were all sent to a single wallet address which subsequently split the total amount across 101 separate wallets little over an hour later. Now, yeah, it's just mad to think that the whole Silk Road thing, right, I get Silk Road did turn into perhaps not the nicest of places with some of the things that were being bought and sold on there. But it wasn't set up to be kind of what it turned out to be, like most things. But yeah, anyway, the fact that the US government literally owns like nearly 10,000 Bitcoin, technically they own it, as much as it's seized or whatever it may be, and it's like dirty money or whatever they want to call it, they have control of almost 10,000 Bitcoin. That's nuts. That is absolutely insane. Anyway, the US government previously revealed that it had plans to offload the rest of the Bitcoin from the Silk Road seizure over the course of 4 batch transactions throughout the remainder of the calendar year. Insane. Did I mention the part I wanted to mention regarding the profits? I don't think I did. No. Anyway, the main point there is I don't really know the ins and outs and what they're planning to do with it and what they're planning to do with the profits. $300 million literally for free is quite a lot of money because they stole it. No, sorry, they seized it. Same thing, innit? Stealing it, seizing it from Silk Road back quite some time ago now. But yeah, it'll be in huge profits because, well, they paid nothing for it. So yeah, a nice $300 million profit for the US government. It must be nice. Now, moving on to some closer to home news, the EU. So the European Bank Authority calls for early adoption of the stablecoin standards. Now, again, it's coming. We all know it's coming. But the reason I like to cover these articles is it's all bullish, technically, for the crypto space. If you are a fan of crypto technology in blockchain, stuff like this is still bullish and it should still excite you. So, in advance of required regulations expected in the coming year, the banking watchdog for the European Union asked stablecoin issuers to voluntarily follow certain guiding principles. Now, that's on risk and on consumer protection. On July 12th, the European Banking Authority, also known as the EBA, released its first set of measures for public comment to clarify the markets in a crypto assets regulation, so MiCA, we've all heard of them, spoke about them a few times on the channel. Requirements for issuing a stablecoin set to take effect on June 30th, 2024. The measures contain clauses such as perpetual rights, I guess I've probably butchered that, but we'll move on, and of redemption, and the guidelines for managing complaints. Now here's a little kind of snippet of the EBA. I'm not going to go into it, pretty boring. If you really want to read it, I'll make it larger, pause the video, go read it, enjoy it, and we will continue. So the Economic and Financial Affairs Council of the European Union approved MiCA in May, the world's first comprehensive set of rules for trading crypto assets like Bitcoin and Ethereum and issuing stablecoins like Tether, so USDT, as we all know it. However, now that the framework law has been adopted, EBA officials anticipate that a surge in a stablecoin issuance over the coming months and have urged businesses to use its guiding principles on good governance and risk management before the restrictions are implemented. Now, as I said, whether you like this or not, this sort of stuff is going to be a lot more normal in our society, in the space of crypto, as we progress forward and we see crypto being more adopted as a kind of usable asset and it's classed as money. Again, Jerome Powell, the man at the Fed, the chairman at the Fed, has also recently confirmed that he sees stablecoins as a form of money. So the US have said it, the EU are now saying it. Obviously, the UK will step up and do the exact same because they're sheep, that's what they do. And it's, whether you like it or not, the power of crypto is moving forward and it's becoming more mainstream. Great for us being involved in crypto. Great for you if you're an investor in crypto. Not so great if you like to use crypto for illicit activities. But then again, it's the same goes if you like to use cash for illicit activities. It will get harder to do as time progresses and as adoption progresses. But there's always ways to move around that. Now, like I said, it's a great thing. It's just it's very important that we get behind this and we learn about it every single day. Now, Coffee and Crypto, as you know it and as you watch it, is a mix of news. And yes, I handpick the news, and the reason for that is there is some garbage out there that will mean nothing to you nor your portfolio, and it's just really kind of news to fill the news pages, I believe, at some point. These people that write these articles, I think, are paid per article. Therefore, it's in their best interest to kind of fabricate some sort of news. So yeah, I do handpick them because, I've got experience, potentially more experience than the next guy, and I'd like to share the news that I think you should care about. Again, I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. It's not kind of the point of that. I'll tell you what you need to hear, and then it's up to you to kind of take that on board. So look, like I said, stable coins are great for the movement of the crypto space, of blockchain. The digital dollar, the CBDCs, all that stuff that's coming will all kind of, again, will obviously happen in the near future before we start to move towards a kind of society that more accepts or is more accepting of Bitcoin. But the slower we kind of progress through the stable coins into the kind of Bitcoin potentially, then yeah, it's going to help prices go up, and that's all you want to hear. I know that's what you want me to say. You want me to say that prices are going up? You don't care about the background. Well, I mean, I guess I could kind of, yeah, I guess, yeah, prices are going up. I mentioned that at the very, very start. When you look at the chart, again, if you are joining this video live, by the way, this is a live stream that is posted to the channel. So if you are watching us live and you've just joined us, first of all, welcome. You have missed 20 minutes of great content, so please go back and watch the start of the video. But to kind of touch on this again, the whole point I was trying to make, and I have been trying to make, is Bitcoin's done nothing, zero. Hasn't moved, well, I say that right, it's moved up like $500 here or there. The past month, that is consolidation, that is distribution. We are about to make a monumental move to the upside, hopefully, and more likely. But of course, I can't guarantee anything, unfortunately. But we are looking very, very positive. There's a lot of positive things coming out from crypto, and especially from the charts. The DXY, again, you would have seen that yesterday had a bit of a kind of pull down. That normally means it's quite positive for the crypto space. But yeah, let's not get ahead of ourselves. But one thing I would say is, if you, again, I sound like a broken record here, but if you're not on board and you're still holding back, then I really do wish you the best, and hope that you do follow the things that I do say, take it on board and look to apply it to your own kind of investing and education. But anyway, move on to a few and couple last parts of today's video. This part, I didn't want to touch on it too much, but the reason I wanted to bring it up is because WisdomTree are one of the massive companies filing the ETF. Now, the consumer app here, which is, again, this is crazy, these numbers. So the consumer app of $93.6 billion asset manager WisdomTree, a firm bullish on tokenization and blockchain, enabled rappers, and that's not rappers being, you know, the actual rappers that we listen to, is now live. So this is an app that's now live in 21 states across America, and yeah, it's available for consumers to use, and it's from WisdomTree, who, like I said, have filed for an ETF. They are extremely bullish on blockchain and crypto technology, and yeah, tokenization, which we speak a lot about in our 5-day training course. Again, it's an intense course that we really dive in and give you everything that you need to know about crypto within those 5 days. We speak very kind of in detail about tokenization and the importance of it. WisdomTree are also behind that, and yeah, they kind of know what they're doing. They're worth, or sorry, they have assets under management of $93.6 billion. So yeah, I think they know what they're doing. Anyway, wanted to show you that, which again, bullish news again. Like, and don't think for 1 minute that I don't ever look to find bearish news. I don't care about bullish or bearish. I'm here to spread news and give you a kind of kick up the backside, shall we say, to put it quite lightly. I'm here to give you that push that you need. Not that I need, because I'm involved, I'm investing, I'm doing okay, I'm happy. If you're not investing, I'm here to try and help you understand it a bit more, and maybe give you that push that you need to, you know, just take on a bit more action, or take action rather, than sitting on the sidelines and waiting for the prices to go up, because that's what happens, unfortunately. The prices go up, then you get involved and you miss out all the fun. Anyway, another little chart here I wanted to show you. I quite like this channel, Charts BTC. They show really, really easy and straightforward charts. It's a great channel to follow, or sorry, it's a great Twitter page to follow. So if you don't follow them, go follow them. Tell them Crypto Glasgow, or Certified Crypto, should I say. One or the other. We are the same company. But yeah, go comment and say you were sent by Big Don at Coffee and Crypto from Certified Crypto. How's that sound? Go comment. Anyway, yeah, this chart here then. So Bitcoin price history on log scale. Now again, very, very basic chart, which I find really helpful for a lot of people. Is it going to load? The internet in here is not all the best, so I do apologise. Do you call it internet or do you call it Wi-Fi? I guess it is Wi-Fi, isn't it? Because the Wi-Fi is terrible, but the internet's fine. Right, come on, let's load. Come on, there we go. So, like I said, very, very easy looking to understand chart. Again, it's back from essentially 2010 and the kind of highs and lows that we have seen in Bitcoin. Obviously, again, it's pretty self-explanatory. You can see it on your screen there. You can see the three halvings. Now, one thing I always say is, don't get me wrong, right? I love the Bitcoin halvings. I do feel like they are a large part of what we need. Some people shy away and don't believe in them. But you can see here from the Bitcoin halvings, these white lines kind of here, and here. I don't know if my signal's dropped, by the way, because it doesn't look that great on my screen, but I will continue. Let's fight through this Wi-Fi issue. Now, like I said, Bitcoin halvings, in my perspective, are quite important, and I'm going to show you why just quickly. Bitcoin halving here in 2012, the price of Bitcoin was $12. Less than a year later, it was $1,242. Next, back in 2016, or fast forward to 2016, I guess, the price of Bitcoin at that halving was $648, down about kind of, well, what's that, 50%, 100%, quite a kind of substantial amount. Yes, it's still higher than $12, but we're down almost half of what we were before. Yeah, within, what's that? So within 2 years, yeah, around 2 years it was, we were at $20,000 for a Bitcoin. Then fast forward to the latest Bitcoin halving we seen in May of 2020. Bitcoin was around $9,000. Fast forward about 18 months, Bitcoin was then $69,000. Now, look, I don't think it takes rocket science to kind of explain, and that's why I wanted to show you this chart, because it is very, very easy for everyone to understand. What do you see from this chart? Do you see any kind of similarities? Do you see any kind of fundamental same like things happening? I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to say that after a halving, we tend to see quite a lot of price action. Would you agree? Yeah. Again, look, I can't confirm or deny, I guess, and I can't promise you anything in crypto, unfortunately. Nothing that I can give you is obviously financial advice. I would love to give you that, but that's not my job. I'm here just to help you out and just kind of spread some facts, and it's up to you to then decide what you do with your money. However, I can show you the facts in clear day. I can show you in black and white and orange and grey by this chart that Bitcoin halving, about 18 months later, 12 months to 18 months later, we tend to see a higher price than what it was at the Bitcoin halving. And even fast forward, or sorry, rewind. I keep getting confused. Should we fast forward or should we rewind? That's fast forward from 2016, but let's rewind from now, right? How's that? So look, you've got the Bitcoin halving here, right? $648. Then within kind of 12 to 18 months, in fact, no, again, it was 2 years actually, my bad. So 2 years later, it was then $20,000, right? It's quite a nice gain, I would say. Quite a nice kind of bit of profit in there. Meaning that you buy one Bitcoin for $600, in 2 years' time, it's worth $20,000. Quite a nice bit of profit in there if you were holding it. Then fast forward, even just kind of 6 months, or again, is that a year? It's hard to kind of work on this scale, but fast forward less than a year, the price was $3,000. So you think, damn it, Bitcoin, it's over. I should have bought it years ago, or I should have sold it years ago. So you do sell it, and you sell it for $3,000, even though you probably bought it up here because you had FOMO. Then you go, it's over. The news is telling you it's over. It's not coming back. You should sell your Bitcoin. It's for terrorists. It's for drug people. It's the worst ever. Whatever the news is pushing at that time, right? But then fast forward again, just before the halving, goes to 9K, and you go, oh, wait a minute. Maybe I shouldn't have sold it at $3,000. I'm an idiot. So I buy it again, and it goes to 69,000. But you think it's going to go higher, so you just leave it. And it comes back down to 16,000, so you sell it. Look, I know that sounds quite silly, the way I'm explaining it, but you have no idea how many people I speak to who have done that exact thing. Bought it at its high, sold it at its low because they couldn't emotionally deal with what was going on, and they had no clue what was going on because they weren't educated. Now, again, I'm just briefly covering off some things here, right? But the point I'm trying to make here is you need to take your education in crypto very, very seriously, or you will not make money, you will not progress, and you will be forever ungrateful to the market. Anyway, rant over for now. Can't promise there won't be a rant tomorrow, but that's all I have to cover today. Maybe I should do a separate video on the Bitcoin halving. That would be quite good, and it could probably last about 4 hours. But anyway, like I said, that's all for today's video. Pause this video at this part, look at this chart, really soak in and understand what it is, and then have a little think to yourself, what am I doing if I'm not investing in Bitcoin? Like, what am I actually doing with my well, I guess with your life, but with your investments? And let me know in the comments below. This has been another great episode, if I do say so myself, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, please drop me. I really appreciate that. Also, drop me a comment below and let me know what you thought of today's video. Are you still sitting on the sidelines? Have you invested in crypto or have you not? I'm interested to know, and I will get back to your comments throughout today. So yeah, anyway, that's all for today's episode of Coffee and Crypto. I'll try and keep this short. If you do want anything more from myself, from anyone on the team, or from any of our kind of 2,000 strong community members, then yeah, consider our certified CC Pro Discord service, which you'll see on your screen right now, and you'll get an the link below. Sorry, I was in such a flow there and I messed it up. But yeah, if you want to join, yeah, there's loads to kind of cover. Drop down to the description below of this video, and yeah, you'll find a link there. There's also an affiliate program if you do want to make money from us as well. There's a massive affiliate program which you can join. Again, full details are in the description below. Anyway, that's all for me today. Thanks again for tuning in to this episode of Coffee and Crypto. My name's Don. As ever, I will see you tomorrow for another episode of this Coffee and Crypto. Again, I've said that about 4 times. But anyway, hope you all have a great day. I will see you tomorrow. If you have just joined us live, rewind the video and yeah, share it with a friend. Let someone else see these videos and hopefully it helps them on their journey. All right, take care. See ya.